It only continues to be JoJo Siwa's most talked about year. And after months of backlash, she was supposed to be coming out with her song Choose Your Fighter, but things took a turn, and she's claiming that after all the backlash, she's switched up her plans. But obviously it's JoJo we're talking about, so people still have a lot to say about it. A few weeks ago, JoJo Siwa admitted to her followers that her plans were changing, that after all the criticism she had received, she was changing the direction of her next move. She was set to release a new song soon, as she had been teasing its release on social media, but after a couple performances at festivals, drinking on stage, and bringing more attention to herself, it seems she wanted to capitalize as much as possible off of the attention, whether it be good or bad. And putting out one more song just wasn't going to be enough. A few weeks ago, she announced that she was switching things up when she posted a video that said, "I've said and done a lot in the last 3 months. I've heard the response from the world loud and clear. After lots of opinions, I'm changing my next move because of you. I have a new idea of what I want my next song to be. I'm going to start working on it now." She captioned it, "The reaction of the world gave me an idea, getting to work now, be back in a few on it." So it was sounding like all the noise was motivating her to work on a new song, and of course people were trolling whether or not this song was going to be one that she wrote or not, since it seems to be the thing that people are most stuck on when it comes to JoJo. She teased this upcoming new release by saying, "Absolutely nothing is off limits." So everyone was pretty certain that this was just one song that was about to come out, but that ended up not being the case. She announced this past week that she was actually going to be releasing her debut EP titled Guilty Pleasure on July 12th, and said the songs featured on it would be Guilty Pleasure, Balance Baby, Yesterday's Tomorrow's Today, Choose Your Fighter, and Karma. Now, recently at the festivals, JoJo has been playing Balance Baby, Yesterday's Tomorrow's Today, Choose Your Fighter, Karma, but she hasn't been playing Guilty Pleasure, which Guilty Pleasure is not only the title of the EP, but it seems to be the last one added to it, as this is looking like the song JoJo decided to actually write herself after everything that's happened in the last couple of months. And yes, I'm saying right because she claimed that she did in fact actually write this one herself. After a recent festival performance, she posted a TikTok confirming that she did, and she also claimed that she wrote the song Yesterday's Tomorrow's Today.
I just got on stage and announced our new EP, Guilty Pleasure, coming out on July 12th. I'm so excited! It's gonna be 5 songs. We got Guilty Pleasure, which I wrote. Yesterday's Tomorrow's Day, which I also wrote. Choose Your Fighter, Karma's a Bitch, Balance Baby, all coming out. They'll love her. There's a music video for Guilty Pleasure, all on July 12th. I am so happy.
She admitted in a post that it was after the release of Karma that she made a call to change what her next release was going to be, and well, here we are. She's pushing through all of the hate to release this, and as we've seen this year, there's been a lot of hate. Honestly, it's a wonder that she's still going and putting out music, but she is, and she isn't afraid to confront the haters, as the other day on stage, someone booed at her and she called them right out.
Who the living just booed me? Where the did that come from? Which one of you? Which one of you? Respectfully, f you.
JoJo has talked at length about how she is strategic in the things that she is doing and that she will purposely do things in order to keep conversations going surrounding her. And in a recent interview, she talked about this further, about how her brand is just her doing things that get people talking.
I have always just wanted to entertain, and I always wanted to do what I always want to do. It's not even wanted, I still do want to do what I think people are gonna turn their head at, maybe cock their head at, maybe be like, what the is she doing? You know what I mean? I've always wanted that to be, that is my brand. You know what I mean? My brand, people think, okay, this is a better way to explain it. People think that my brand was pink and rainbow and sparkles, and now my brand is bad girl and scary makeup and humping the air. But really, my brand has always just been to entertain and to figure out what works, what's gonna sell, and to run with it.
JoJo seems to feel like she finally has the chance to just do whatever she wants without restraints, that she is grown up now and she's changing who her audience is, and because of this, she's just going to go in this new era.
I think that I am just someone that is unafraid of making art and being an artist, and it's what I've always wanted to do, who I've always wanted to be, and so now that I finally, I guess, get that chance to, and I have that platform to, I mean, I'm like a little kid on the diving board on the deep end of the pool. Like, let's just go, let's just jump off. You don't even think twice, you know what I mean?
I think this explains so much of what her recent marketing has been for her new music. All the chaotic performances, the onstage makeup and the costumes, the stuff that she's wearing to red carpets and in interviews. She's just doing it all because she finally can. People have criticized that it all looks like she's trying too hard to change her image and be this bad girl when she's really not a bad girl. But as time has gone on, by seeing all that JoJo has put out, I think she's really just genuinely excited to do whatever the F she wants. And that in her eyes, this is her being a bad girl by getting to wear whatever and do whatever makeup and be a little bit more sexual. Though it does come across as cringe at times, or like she's doing too much to seem that, I actually don't know if she's pretending at the end of the day. I think this really is just her, and in her eyes, this is bad. This is the bad version of JoJo. I think that she eggs it on for sure sometimes to keep attention on her, but that in the end, this really is her being herself. Because when you think about it, they say that if you're super strict with your kids, then when they go to college and they have this newfound freedom, that they're gonna go crazy and they're gonna do all this stuff that they never could. And I feel like it's almost like that, except she's not out here like doing drugs and going to the clubs. She's just getting to wear more revealing versions of her rainbow sparkles and do some makeup looks that kids might have been a little freaked out by. And she can curse, which Nickelodeon obviously would never have let her do. So yeah, she's not the typical bad girl we've seen come out of Hollywood child stars, but she's being bad JoJo Siwa. It's been a very interesting past couple of months seeing all of this play out for her, and I'm still confused on who she is trying to reel in as her core audience and who would actually buy tickets to go see her and see her at an individual show, but I guess we'll have to see where her career is headed. Like after this EP, like what is she gonna do next? Like, is she gonna take a break? Is she gonna keep things going? Like, I'm really wondering what the next move is after this. And I do think that if JoJo were to post a cover of a song, sort of like stripped down, no glitter or anything, just her in a more raw and real form, and it was a really good cover, things could maybe be different for her. And it would be like less of a meme, and people would be like, wait a minute, like, is this the same JoJo? Like, maybe taking her a little bit more seriously? Something like that could really launch her into a new direction where people were taking her more seriously. And of course, she could still do what she's doing now, but showing the range might do something for her. But who knows? It's just a thought that I had. Music aside, though, I don't know if people could get past some of the things that JoJo has said and done outside of her career. Those are things that probably hold her back the most in terms of people actually jumping on board to support her. JoJo has seemed to address the backlash that she's received in her music career, but in terms of her controversial friendships and the lack of empathy people feel that she has for her fellow Dance Moms cast members. Plus, let's not forget about the article exposing her and her mom for how they've treated their ex-OMG Pop girl group members. I think it's what's holding people back the most from supporting her, and for good reason. I mean, I think it's extremely questionable who she holds close to her, from Colleen Ballinger to James Charles, and then the things that she said that were shady towards the girls who didn't attend the Dance Moms reunion, just assuming that they were ungrateful for how they got to where they are and not really thinking about how they might just not want to relive a traumatic part of their life, and how she keeps in touch with Abby Lee and seemed to judge the others for not talking to Abby anymore, and also how it's been reported that her and her mom have turned into their own version of Abby Lee when they had their own girl group, as they've been accused of mistreating the members and their mothers, all which has gone unaddressed by JoJo and her mom, leaving people to come to their own conclusions about her based on all of the above. But I guess we'll just have to see where JoJo is trying to take her career after this release of her EP and how people will react to the rollout. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of the conversations surrounding JoJo right now and where you think she's headed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.